Pancasila Day tomorrow in October, in the 1st October of 2022. So first of all, I would like to ask our guests here who will attend the offline ceremony tomorrow. Anyone who will attend the
I'm
offline
not.
ceremony? Maybe Toastmaster Akara, will you attend the offline ceremony or in-person ceremony in your university?
I don't think they're going to have an offline ceremony. I don't know actually. But
Ah,
maybe because they're preparing for the graduation ceremony on Monday.
I
Yeah.
see. So thank you very much, Toastmaster Akara. What about Dedi, Toastmaster Yoga? Is there any offline or in-person ceremony in your office tomorrow?
For the offline one, I'm not sure, but we are instructed to do. I mean, to follow to have the ceremony through online one. Yeah, the
Ah,
virtual one through the
well,
Zoom.
that's great. Thank you very much, Dedi, and also Toastmaster Akara for sharing about that. And okay, so Minister of Finance Toastmaster weekly meeting today will consist of 3 sessions. The first is table topic sessions. The second one is will consist of 2 sessions. I mean, first is table topic sessions, and the second one is evaluation session. And we first of all we are gonna introduce the role takers of the day that will be led by our beloved general evaluator, Toastmaster Yoga. So Toastmaster Yoga, are you ready to invite your team and introduce them?
Sure, Madam PPE, as well as Toastmaster of the meeting. Thank you very much, Toastmaster Aan. So, ladies and gentlemen of Toastmaster, our distinguished guests, my role today is a general evaluator. The task of a general evaluator is actually self-explanatory from the title. So, to evaluate the meeting in general from the start to the end. And now, and usually I'm not alone. I will be helped by 4 of my team members. And I would like to call upon the first member of mine, which is the grammarian. That today is served by Toastmaster Raki. Please welcome, ladies and gentlemen, Toastmaster Raki.
Hello, good. Thank you very much, Toastmaster Yoga, for the chance. Good afternoon, everyone. My name is Raki. You can call me Raki or Toastmaster Raki. And today I will be serving as your grammarian. So, as the grammarian, as the name may give you clues about it, it is my responsibility to pay close attention to all speakers and listening carefully to their language usage. I'll try to take notes of any misuses of the English language, but still, I'm doing it to the best extent of my grammatical knowledge because it's kind of so-so, if I say so myself. I'll take notes of any outstanding words, quotes, sayings, or thoughts. As a grammarian, it is also my duty to introduce the word of the day today, which is philosophy. So everybody is encouraged to use the word of the day in their speeches today. So I think that's all from me. As the grammarian, I would just like to say that you do not need to be intimidated by the grammarian because after all, we're all just here to learn together. And I think the grammarian learns the most, by the way, because we can listen to all of these amazing speeches while we listen carefully to it. Okay, so I think that's all from me. I can give the control back to Toastmaster Yoga. Back to you, Toastmaster Yoga.
Thank you very much for that well explained and comprehensive one from our grammarian. So don't be discouraged, guys, about your grammatical knowledge and skill. Just speak your mind out. And the next one, I would like to invite the sexiest role taker of the day, the one that will count the and the unnecessary words or fillers. Please welcome Toastmaster Ayasi.
Hi, am I audible?
Yes, you're audible.
Or
Okay. Okay, hello everyone. My name is Ayas. Now I would acting as a counter. So my duty is to not every filler word like long pause, repetition, and exactly how many you use word of the day, that's philosophy. So please use as many as possible our word of the day philosophy. And at the end of the meeting, I will give report. Back to G.
Thank you, Toastmaster Ayasi. So guys, we encourage you to use the WOD or word of the day, the philosophy. And the next for my team member is for the timer. Today is served by, again, the one and only Madam PPE, as well as Tom, and timer as well for today. Toastmaster An.
Thank you very much, to Master Yoga, for inviting me to this stage. So back to me again, but now I will be serving you as the timer, and I will time every speaker in the table topic session, and each speaker in the table topic session less will speak more than 1 minute and less than 2 minutes, but you still have 30 seconds to conclude your speech. So more than 2 minutes and 30 seconds, you will be disqualified to be selected as the best table topic speaker. So I'm gonna share my screen, and you can see the screen that the green one, and then the yellow one, the yellow color, and also the last one is the red. So when it appears that red colors, you need to stop your speech. Maybe that's all. And I'm gonna share the report of my timer or of each speaker in the end of the session. Thank you very much, and back to you, Master Yoga.
Thank you, Toastmaster Aan. So in Toastmaster, we are encouraged and supported to speak, but we are also concerned about time management. And last but not least, I would like to call upon the ballot counter, which happens to be also served by Madam beloved President. Please welcome Toastmaster Medi.
Hi everyone. First thing first, am I audible?
You are audible, Madam.
Hi, thank you so much, Daddy. Hi everyone. My name is Toastmaster Maydi. Philosophically speaking, my role name is pretty self-explanatory. I will serve you as your ballot counter. My duty will be to count your vote on the best table topic speaker. Later on, we will have the eligible speakers, and you may choose your favorite speakers based on the eligible list. And you may give your vote to me through the chat because I'm not very sophisticated right now. I'm on my way. And I'm going to announce later on the best table topic speaker of the day. And I think that's all. Daddy, back to you.
Thank you very much, Toastmaster Medi. And I think that's all from my team members. And again, my task is to wrap up the evaluation and general how the meeting is run and how the role takers are performing the job, especially for my team members. I think that's all. And back to Tom,
Thank
Toastmaster.
you very much. Thank you very much, to Master Yoga, for introducing your role and also your team members' role. So the next one is we are gonna go to the most waiting session in every Toastmasters meeting, which is table topic session that will be led by our beloved table topic master. And first of all, we are gonna introduce our word of the day, or WOD, that every speaker need to mention in their speech, and it also will be counted by our grammarian and also WOD counter, and it also will be reported in his report. So our WOD is philosophy. Philosophy will be our WOD of the day. So let's jump to the next session, which is table topic session, and Toastmaster Dita, the floor is yours.
Okay, thank you very much, Toastmaster An, and back to me again, everyone. But this time I'm going to be the table topic master. So I think I have mentioned previously that TM is like the moderator of the meeting. So I'm going to lead this session, the second session, which is the table topic session. So what are you going to do here in our session, guys. So in table topic session, you will be given some kind of questions or quotes that you will need to respond by giving an impromptu speech for 1 until 2 minutes. So I think for today, we have Aan has mentioned previously that we're going to have a theme of the power of Pancasila. So I believe that all people here, as the Indonesians people, still remember what are Pancasila, right? Because if not, I think I'm going to test you guys here. So okay, I think before we go into that, I think we will need to remind that this is the September 30, right? So do you guys remember anything about in our history in this date? Anyone? Do you know anything about today? Especially, I'm going to give you a hint. It's in 1965. Something happened right in this date. I can see that Daddy here is Toastmaster Yoga is smiling. I think he has anything to say, I believe. What day is this actually, Toastmaster Yoga?
Yeah, I think it's one of the the most notorious moments in the history of our republic, which at the time the 7 generals was kidnapped by the Communist Party members and then cruelly assassinated, and then later on it our nation it would be never same again, and the Communist Party will be you know kind of attained in our history, and but to some extent also unfairly treated, uh, including for this their descendants. But I think I stop here because I talk too
Okay.
long already. Again.
It's totally okay. I believe that you have good grade in history subject, right? Because that's exactly right. Actually, I just browsed again because I kind of, okay, what day is this? What we have today? So I'm going to remind you guys. So this is a history class, you know. So we are going to commemorate the Pancasila Sanctity Day. I think this is the term in English. So right in this day, in the September 30, we have the September 30th movement or G30 PKI, right? So you can read here, guys. So what what Toastmaster Yoga has previously mentioned is totally right that we have these 6 generals right in this date, like in 1965, massacred by a group of people who, according to the military authorities at the time, were affiliated with the Indonesian Communist Party. So the coup at the time was happened in during September 30 until October 1. So in October 1, we have this Pancasila Sanctity Day. It's like our ideology, Pancasila, is being tested, right? So we're going to have this theme. Please don't feel intimidated because I know it sounds some kind of this is a heavy subject to be talked about in a table topic session, right? But we're going to have fun. So the theme for today is the power of Pancasila. We will have the word of the day philosophy, and then this is the example of the use of the word. And to remind you again, this is our Pancasila, right? And have you ever wondered about what it looks like in English? Because I remember that we have I and Kayoga and also Medica has ever practiced in in a interview session, and then we don't know how to say Pancasila in English. So I'm going to present you. I took this from internet, so perhaps you guys some kind of wondering what are Pancasila, what is Pancasila in English. So you can see it here, and I believe that it represents enough of our Pancasila. So I'm going to give the first opportunity to anyone here. So anyone want to try to give a speech for 1 until 2 minutes, please raise your hand. Because if not, I'm going to call your name. I'm going to be cruel today. Okay, I think we can start with our Toastmaster. Anyone? What about Toastmaster Akara? Would you want to take your chance?
Okay, since this is kind of a heavy subject, I was
Yeah.
actually scared,
It's
but
not really
let's do it.
heavy. Believe me, it's not really heavy. I'm saying this because I'm being the TTM, because I'm not going to give the impromptu speech. So we have numbers from 1 until 14. Which one will you choose?
I always like the number 7, so let's go with that.
Okay. Well, this is quite easy. I believe you can explain this really well. So the question is, I'm posting it in the Zoom chat. What do you think the most interesting way to implement Pancasila from a small thing? A, wearing traditional costumes. B, playing traditional music. C, having traditional food. Are you ready, Tasmaster Akara?
Yes, ready or not, here I go.
Okay, the screen is yours.
So, good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. So, speaking of the Pancasila, so we have 5 points of the Pancasila, right? And I don't think it's just any one value, because we have a lot of values in the way we live, because it's our ideology and our philosophical way of life. So if the question was, what do you think the most interesting way to implement Pancasila from a small thing? There are a lot of small things that we do every day that, without realizingly, it's already implementing Pancasila. The way we help each other, let's say, Indonesian people are always so helpful to each other. We try to care about the people around us. And that's kind of implementing Pancasila, right? The third and the second and the fifth point of Pancasila. And for our religious society, especially, the first Pancasila is the Ketuhanan yang Maha Esa. The way we pray every day and we are an adherent to a certain religion, it's already us implementing Pancasila. So if some people think that to implement Pancasila, you need to do something that will turn heads, it's not necessarily that, because in the small things that we do, in the way of life, we're already implementing Pancasila, because after all, we're Indonesians. Pancasila was something that was made for us back then by our founding fathers. And it has been our way of life since then. We don't need to be constantly reminded that, oh, you need to implement Pancasila like this, like that. Because without realizingly, the way we live is already implementing Pancasila. As long as we don't do bad stuff to the people around us, I think that's how we implement Pancasila in our everyday lives. So maybe that's all from me, Toastmaster Dita. I hope my speech was some sort of useful to this panel, and I'll give the control back to you. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Tasmaster Akara. Well, we can see that Raki is being humble. He's humble bragging previously because he said that it's a heavy subject. I'm not a good grammarian or something like that, but you can see that he's doing great, right? So thank you very much, Raki, for giving us your insight. And I love that how you put it. As long as that we don't do any, bad things to others, I think we have been practicing Pancasila enough, right? So thank you very much for your insights. And I'm going to call for the second speaker. Anyone, please? I promise you this is not going to be a heavy question or anything,
Or maybe Toastmaster Akara would like to invite someone.
Yeah, perhaps
Yeah,
you
it's
can
good.
invite anyone. I think that's great.
Does
So
anybody want to volunteer before I randomly choose the name?
no, I think no one is volunteering themselves, so you can.
Yeah, and we have so many guests here, right?
Yeah,
But I
let's
see we
try.
have a visiting Toastmaster today. What about VTM Wong Kito? Is he here?
Hi, are you
Maybe
there?
you would like to try one?
Yes, I'm here. Can you hear my voice?
Yay. Yeah, you're audible.
Thank you.
So is your name Wongkito?
It is a not real name. It is a nickname only, maybe.
Oh, okay. That's totally okay. So thank you very much for coming. Is this your very first time being here?
Anytime, my pleasure.
So is this your very first time being here in
Yeah.
Ministry of Finance? Oh,
I thought it's my first time here, so
okay.
I'm just visiting, right?
Okay, good. Thank you very much for coming. And I'm going to give you questions. So I have like 13 questions left here. We have number 1 until 14, except for number 7. So
So
would
I just one
okay,
question.
yeah. So you
Okay.
can pick number between 1 until 14.
Because 7 is taken, I like to choose number 4 maybe.
Number 4. Okay, this is quite interesting. So I'm going to ask about your opinion. So here is your question. In your opinion, how social welfare and justice can support the unity of
Wow.
Indonesia? Well, you don't really have to talk about
That
this. You
was
can
a
talk about
question.
anything that crosses your mind. So,
Hmm.
are you ready?
Okay, I'll try.
Yeah, that's the spirit. Thank you very
Okay,
much.
I'll try.
So the screen is
In-
yours, the Bitas Master Wongkito.
Thank you. In your opinion, how social welfare and justice can support the unity of Indonesia? Hmm. Social welfare and justice. I think if we are Indonesian people have a very good, or I mean better social welfare and justice, it is quite fully support maybe for the unity of Indonesia. I know. Hmm, what else ya? Uh, Social welfare and justice. Oh, so the time just start. Okay, social welfare and justice. Hmm, may I ask a question first? Maybe it is
Yeah, no worries.
in Pancasila. It is from what
Sila.
number? What
Wait a
number
minute. Let me
sila?
remember about that again. I think it's the second
Num-
one,
The
right?
second, right? Oh yeah, the second. I thought
Kemanusiaan yang adil dan beradab,
if you
social
thought
welfare. Wait a
unity and
minute.
diversity. No,
Justice
no, no.
keadilan sosial bagi
Tadi
seluruh rakyat
rakyat
Indonesia.
Indonesia.
Number
Oh,
5.
maybe keadilan sosial. So maybe kalau maybe in bahasa how social welfare and justice can support the unity of Indonesia, bagaimana sejahtera sosial dan
Kesejahteraan
keadilan
sosial dan keadilan.
dapat
Yeah.
mensupport
So perhaps you can
persatuan.
share with
So
us
I thought
about.
it is the third Pancasila,
Oh
unity and
yeah,
diversity, right?
Oh my God, I'm quite
If
ashamed.
I'm
Yeah,
not
yeah. I think it's
mistaken, the
it's
third
the third
Pancasila, unity and
one, the unity.
diversity.
Yeah.
Okay, so uh, if it is about that, if we unite, so if we unite as an Indonesian people, all of us, all of them unite. So maybe in every segment, no, not every segment, every element, maybe in every element, if we unite, so I think it can be it can be support our social welfare and justice also. I think that's my opinion. So uh I'm not able to speak English fluently. Sorry for that. So and I'm also cannot express what I want to say, what I want to feel in English, also in Bahasa. Thank you,
No worries. Okay, thank you
everybody.
very much, everyone. Please give a round of applause to soon to be Toastmaster Wongkito. And we only say one thing about speaking in English, soon to be Toastmaster Wongkito. It is that don't ever apologize for thinking that you have bad English, because we don't think that way. We don't think that you have, the so-called bad English. I can see that you can deliver your idea clearly, and then one of the things that we need to to praise for you is that your bravery, because you you took your chance right away
Yeah, I
when it
just
was
want to
offered to
try.
you. Yeah, I think that's really
I just
cool.
want to give a
So
shot.
please keep it up, and please come again every week, because we're going to practice together, and I
Okay,
think
I'll
that's
try.
the only way that we can improve, right? So thank you very
Thank,
much
thank you
for
also,
trying.
everybody.
That's really cool, Toastmaster, soon to be Toastmaster Wongkito. So you may choose anyone here to deliver the next speech, perhaps.
Okay, if I may choose, I want to choose some, not some. I mean, one familiar name for me, but I don't know if it is him or not. I want to choose Arfan. Please, Arfan.
Hi, soon to be Toastmaster Arfan, I suppose. Are you there?
Hello. I think I haven't changed my username because it is
Oh,
my husband.
Oh,
Sorry.
so turns out that you don't know each other, right?
Yeah.
Sentivitas Master Wagito and Sentivitas Master Arfan, but that's totally okay. So do you want to take your
Also, it's
chance
her,
to
not
give?
him, right?
Yeah, it's not him. But I suppose perhaps that you could be her husband's friend, right? Because Arfan is her husband's name, right?
Maybe. I know
Perhaps.
that name. I know that name.
Yeah. So it's Sentivitas Master Ratu Ayu. I think this is not your very first time in here, right?
Yeah, it was my third time.
Yeah, and you
Yeah.
were here last week, if I'm not mistaken.
Yep. Yeah, that's right.
Right? Okay. So I remember it right. Yeah, I'm proud of myself. So do you want to take your chance?
Yeah, I would like to take the chance, please, but
That's the
please,
spirit.
yeah,
Okay.
give me the easy one,
Oh,
the
okay.
easy question.
So you want me to choose for you the easiest one, okay?
Okay.
Okay. So I will give you the easiest one in my opinion. I think it is this one. So you remember all of the silas in Pancasila, right?
Yeah.
Okay, that's cool. So this is your questions. In your opinion, what sila that needs to be implemented more?
Um.
The screen is
Okay.
yours.
Okay. So hello everyone. Thank you for having me, and thank you for the opportunity to speak here and to answer the question. What sila that need to be implemented more? Okay, so I do believe that the fifth sila, the social justice for the whole of the people of Indonesia, is need to be implemented more because when I see the like news and the condition of the justice of Indonesia nowadays is I cannot say that it's bad, but it's not the what do I say the uh, like perfect condition, you know, like the recent sorry for the noise. It was my child, and sorry I cannot continue to speak because my child is crying. But for me,
Hey.
the fifth sila is need to be implemented more. I'm really sorry.
Okay, that's totally okay. Suntubitas Master Ratu Ayu, thank you very much.
Yeah.
Thank you very much because I think you have reached the minimum time because usually for the table topic we need to reach 1 minute. So you have reached that. Thank you very much. And I think I do agree with you that the fifth sila is really needs to be implemented more because we have some, social justice issues nowadays, right? We have many things that happening in our country, and I think this is something that we need to implement more. So thank you very much for giving that insight. Are you still there, Suntubitos Mas Ratu Ayu? Because I'm going to ask you to
Yeah.
choose anyone.
Okay, I'm still here. Okay, so I want to choose. Is there any participant that want to volunteer?
Yes, anyone? Do you want to volunteer before Suntubitos Mas Ratu Ayu pick you?
Okay, so if not, I will
Oh,
choose.
Suntubitos Master Sagara is raising
Okay,
his hand. Yay!
please.
Okay, it's your time.
Yeah,
Thank you
thank
very much for
you.
taking your chance, and thank you very much, Suntubitos Master Ratu.
Yeah, thank you.
So, Suntubitos Master Sagara, we have number 1 until 14, except for 4, 5, and 7. So, which number will be your pick?
I will take number 1, Toastmaster Dita. Thank you.
Okay, number 1. This is quite. I can say that this is quite personal. And okay, the question is really simple. Can you feel the power of Pancasila nowadays? Not to mention that you just got back from London, right? So, can you feel the power of Pancasila nowadays in our society, perhaps? The screen is yours.
I think that especially since recently coming back to Indonesia, it's much easier to see and feel a lot of the aspects of Pancasila. I agree with everyone here and everything that's been said. We still do have our social issues. There's a lot that we still need to work on as a country and as a people together. But I think for the first time in a long time, we have an election coming up soon, right? But I feel like our country is not focusing on division so much, on he's from here, he looks like this, he holds this faith. It's interesting that I feel like more than ever, the unity side is strong in our country. And we're trying to focus more on the parts that we're missing. Yeah, the social welfare, the social justice. And I think you feel the strength of faith and unity in the country. I think that's strong. But I think there's still a lot to be done. There's definitely a lot more to be done. And I'm very, very optimistic and hopeful, especially in the next few years. Should I stop or I can keep going if you'd
You can keep talking. You still have like 1 minute and a half if you want to.
I think that if I don't mind talking about it, there are parts of our institutions, yang di pemerintah, in our government, in our society, that really have tried to push this issue of fairness and also of wisdom and being able to trust in our representatives more. For example, the KPK or the ministry or the president's office. I think it's interesting and it's wonderful that institutions are more and more trying to embody Pancasila, not just in what they say or in the speeches or in the references they make, but also in the policy and the works that they're trying to do. So I think I see that more here, definitely, compared to overseas, as we see, especially with the chaos happening in the UK or in the US. So I'm hopeful and I'm really proud of the country. Thank you.
Okay, thank you very much, everyone. Please give a round of applause to soon-to-be Toastmaster Sagara. It's his first time coming to a Toastmasters Club and his first time of giving a speech. And I think we can see that he has a very sound opinion, right? So I think we can easily follow his ideas. So thank you very much for sharing. And I do agree with you. I think it's quite easier for you to feel the Pancasila values since you just got back from the abroad, right? So I hope that we can solve anything that we have right now in our country, especially the social issues and etc. So I think it's really good that we hear this from you. So thank you very much for sharing with us.
Thank you
So
so
would
much.
you mind to pick anyone here?
Again, first I want to ask, is there anyone who'd like to pick up the next question?
Yeah, anyone, please. So the question is not really hard, right? You have seen that. Okay, I think it's time for you to choose.
If not, Toastmaster Dita, am I allowed to pick other Toastmasters or people?
That's totally okay.
Uh,
Except me, because I am the TTM.
Maybe Toastmaster Yoga?
Yeah, we know that because he's been smiling, I think
Yes, he looks very happy. That's why he looks like he has a lot
I think he's
to
giving some kind of
share.
sign that pick me, or something like that. So let's just pick him. Thank you very much for choosing him. Toastmaster Sagara. So what about that, Daddy? So we
I
call
didn't
him
send the
Daddy.
signal again, Toastmaster, but thank you
So
anyway,
it's a mixed
Toastmaster Sagara.
signal.
Yeah.
Okay, so would you
this
like
kind
to
of my
take him?
natural state, Toastmaster Sagara. So
The
I'm a
smiling
smiley
face,
guy.
yeah. So would you mind to pick any numbers except 1, 4, 5, and 7?
I think I just let you to choose it for me, Madam
Oh,
TTM.
I'm going to choose the hardest one for you if you let me choose it for you.
It's okay because before
Okay.
all you say that everything you just is and it's not otherwise.
Okay. So let me pick this
It's
one.
difficult eventually.
Yeah. So I'm going to give you this is the hardest one. I really give you the hardest one. So the question is, do you agree or disagree that Pancasila has been proven to unite the diversity that exists in the midst of life of our nation nowadays? It's quite long, so it looks harder for me, but I believe that you can tackle this one. So the screen is yours.
Yeah, it's a yes or no and simple question, but it's not that easy to answer. So, ladies and gentlemen, distinguished guests, my take on this is, I think I agree to to some extent agree that this philosophy of our nations, the Pancasila, that is greatly deliberated and founded by our founding fathers or founding persons. I think because this Pancasila, it's really an incredibly well taught. It's really
Is he freezing?
Yes.
some of the most in our lives. So it's fortunate that we have this, and this Pancasila still lead us to some ideals and to at least to the ideals or intended civilized of a republic that our founding fathers wanted us to have. But at the same time, especially for the last two presidential elections, it seems to me that it's the Pancasila not go, has not been respected very well by some, if not many, of Indonesian, because what's happening is a polarization, right? It's really polarizing for this and these two, the last two, Pak Jokowi and Pak Prabowo, I'm sorry to use this word, the Cebong one and the and the other one, the Kampret camp and the Cebong camp that rooting for each president, a candidate, and I think it's and also exacerbated or aggravated by the media attendance. So I think it's still mixed situation for me. But Pancasila indeed is still one of the most or the greatest principle in among nations, and I think we are grateful to have one. Thank you very much. Back to you, Toastmaster Dita.
Thank you very much, Toastmaster Yoga, for sharing your beautiful opinion. And we can see that aside from being an analyst for economy, we can see that he also put so much attention in politics, right? That's really cool. So thank you very much for sharing that with us, Toastmaster Yoga. Perhaps you want to choose the next speaker, because I think we will still have two more speakers.
Okay then. Let me choose. I think one of the guys that we've been missing. At least I've been missing during the Toastmaster meeting. Cesar,
I think
Sai,
I
are you
know.
there?
Yeah, I
Cesar.
have been eyeing on him.
Yeah.
I was going to
Hey,
pick
bro.
him if you're not.
Are you there?
Yes,
Ready
yes,
to speak?
okay.
Okay.
Could you hear
Stage is
me?
yours.
Hi, welcome again, soon to be Toastmaster Cesar. I think you're a Toastmaster, right? Or not? I think
No, no, no.
no, you're a
No,
soon
not
to be
yet.
Toastmaster, but you're
At
a
the time, it's very
very
close though.
frequent guest, very close, right? I remember that, and I have been eyeing him actually. So I was thinking about picking him for the last speaker if you're not picking him now. So okay, it's really nice to have you
I'm glad
again.
that you remember me. I mean, like,
Oh, we all
I
remember
think I
you.
joined last time, like, several years ago.
Yeah, I think it's really nice to have you back here. So welcome back again. And I will over you some numbers here. We have number 1 until 14, except for number 1, 3, 4, 5, and 7. So would you pick any
Number
number?
9.
Okay, number
Number
9.
9.
This is quite interesting, but I believe that you can answer this really well. What do you think the disadvantages of technology advancement in promoting and implementing Pancasila nowadays? It's actually the idea is quite simple, but it's quite a long question. I believe that you can catch that. Are you ready?
I'll try.
Okay. Oh yeah, I wanted to remind you guys that we have word of the day. I'm sorry that I forget to remind anyone before this. So the word of the day is philosophy. So the screen is yours, Sentibitos Master Cesar.
Okay, thank you very much for the question. I'm not sure that I catch it correctly. If I'm not mistaken, it was like, what is the disadvantage of modern technology against the Pancasila as us Indonesian, right?
Yeah.
So So I think that the technology in modern days has a lot to offer, as well as the good side, also the bad side. And what is it has to 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 what is it um, influencing our newest generation, which the Pancasila is our our philosophical thing to believe in. I think the first thing is, I think if we ask our founder father, or the generation that come before us, that actually nowadays it is it might be just a joke, but it is also true that a lot of Indonesian people, especially the young generation, do not really remember the Pancasila even as a word, let alone it will be as a way of life. But I think that Pancasila is not only a slogan; it comes from uh, our nature itself. So I think the technology, of course, has something that might lessen the the our 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 holding Pancasila as our way of living. I think if I am asked the direct disadvantage, I will say that it has something to it 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 could threaten our unity, because in the technological world, everyone seems like to attack each other on the internet, and they hide behind the unknown name or whatsoever, because they don't really responsible for that. I think my time is up. I hope I'm not blabbing. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, everyone. Please give a round of applause to soon-to-be Toastmaster Cesar. We can hear that he is actually on his way, but he is still able to give one great insight about Pancasila, right? And I do agree with you. I think nowadays it's getting hard to, to instill the value of Pancasila, especially to the younger generation. We can say that it's because partly because we have this technology that perhaps outgrow these values that we usually got taught since our days in school, right? So I think that's one really great insight. And guys, I think previously I said that we are going to have two more speakers, but turns out I think soon to be Toastmaster Cesar will be the last speaker. So I think his speech wraps up our session for today, and I believe that even though that it's getting hard to remember the values of Pancasila, I think we still believe that it bonds us together as the Indonesian people, right? So I hope that our session today can remind us that we have these values, these five values of Pancasila, that is, that grows from the root of our founder, and also our culture, and also our our past, right? So I think that's all for today, and I really enjoyed the session for today because we have so many guests, and I think all of the guests are willing to deliver their first speeches. I think that's really cool. So I think that's all from me, and as the top what is TTM? Table topic master for today. I'm signing off. So thank you very much, and bye everyone. Back to you, Toastmasteraan.
Yay! Please everyone give round of applause to this Master Dita and also all the speakers for today. I learned a lot from the speakers and get a lot of insight. Thank you very much again to this Master Dita and all of the speakers. Ladies and gentlemen, next we are gonna have the evaluation session that will be led by our general evaluator, this Master Yoga. So
Perhaps before we move into the evaluation session, we can take pictures because I'm going to go for my class, my
yes,
night class.
sure. Thank you very much, this Master Dita, for reminding us.
Yeah, I
Okay,
want
we
to be
are
in the
gonna take a
picture.
picture, and for everyone who can open their camera. Please open your camera.
Yeah, everyone, please show us
Soon to be
your
the Master
handsome and
Arin.
beautiful faces so that we can
Yes.
feature you in our Instagram.
Soon to
Please.
be the
Oh,
Master
we see
Ratu.
soon to be
Ah,
Toastmaster Cesar here. Hi. Soon to be
hi.
Toastmaster Ratu. And then soon to be Toastmaster Arin. Soon to be Toastmaster Putri.
Okay, so I guess that we can take our picture now. Hi, soon to be the Master Putri. Okay, I'm gonna count in 3, 2, 1. Please give the best pose of you. 3, 2, 1. Smile. Okay.
Oh, it should be
Again.
5.
Oh
Pancasila, right?
yes.
It's 10.
3, 3, 2, 1. Smile. Okay. Thank you very
Thank you,
much, everyone.
everyone.
So our next session is the evaluation session that will be led by our beloved general evaluator, the Master Yoga. So, the Master Yoga, the screen is yours.
Thank you very much, Madam Toastmaster of the meeting. And now is the general evaluation session led by me. And without any further ado, let me call upon my first team member, grammarian, served by Toastmaster Raki. Please welcome again Toastmaster Raki, everyone.
Thank you very much, Toastmaster Yoga. So I really learned, just like Toastmaster Dita said, I really learned a lot listening to all of you guys' speeches today. And to be honest, I don't actually have a lot of things noted because I was listening so much to all of the amazing speeches that you guys have. But since I'm the grammarian, I don't feel secure if I don't have any notes. I feel like I still need to do my duty, even though I was enjoying it so much. Okay. Wait. Why can't I share my screen right now? Oh my god, I can't share my screen, guys.
Perhaps the host must enable the
I think
Us,
Raki.
actually.
Huh?
I think it's something to do with my computer.
Or
I don't
yeah,
think
or
I
you
give
can just
Zoom permission.
read it or
I'm
present
so
it.
sorry.
It's
I'll
really
just
okay.
deliver my notes verbally. Wait. Oh, okay. I'll have it fixed soon enough. So in terms of the WOD reports, I noted 3 speakers using the word of the day, which was myself once, Toastmaster Yoga, and Toastmaster Cesar. And in terms of the grammar reports, so it would be better if I could share my screen, but I'm so sorry, you guys. I'm having a little bit of a problem with my computer right now. So what I noted in terms of the grammar reports is that I heard somebody mention it can be support in an active sentence. So in my knowledge, we use the word be when we want to make the sentence in a passive voice. So for example, it can be supported by the government, or it can be supported by this company. So when we want to use the be there, it needs to be a passive sentence. Or we can just make it active, such as it can support. So we get rid of the be. In active sentences, we can just use this sentence structure, such as it can support our way of life, for example. And speaking of way of life, my second note is that I heard someone say a way of live. This is actually a common mistake because life and live, it's sort of confusing. English is confusing that way. But the common expression that we often use is a way of life. That means a typical pattern or behavior of a person or group. So maybe my recommendation for today is that we can review the uses of the active or passive voices so that we may improve ourselves in the future. And for the outstanding points, uh, to be honest, all of your speeches were amazing and it was outstanding, but something really stuck out to me, which was something that Toastmaster Yoga said, which is Pancasila is the greatest principle in our nation, which is totally true because as Indonesians, We need to do everything we can to uphold the ideology of our country because we love our country so much. And thank you very much, Toastmaster Yoga, for highlighting that for us today. So I think that's all. I'm so sorry that I can't maximize myself as a grammarian because I can't share my screen today. And all of your speeches were totally amazing. And I guess I'll give the control back to Toastmaster Yoga. Thank you very much, everyone.
Thank you very much, Mr. Grammarian, for the your observant notes and also a useful suggestion for us, reminding us for the basic voice and also the life and live, confusing sometimes for the word transformation, yeah, for the noun and I mean it's a similar noun but a different meaning. And next I would like to call upon the ANWOD counter, Toastmaster ISC. Let's welcome back Toastmaster ISC, everyone.
Okay, thank you, GE. So, ladies and gentlemen, let me share my screen, and I will report as a counter. For TM theta, 1 and 2 double WOD. For TTM aan, 1 WOD. For Suntobitos Mas Wongkito, 3 times A, 3 times 1 repetition. And Tiamakara 1 WOD. Suntobitos Master Ratu 1 Suntobitos Master Cesar 3 times A, 3 times 4 times repetition. That's all from our counter. Back to GE.
Thank you, Toastmaster ISC. Do you want to report on the WOD or it's reported?
Yes.
The philosophy. Yeah.
Congratulations to TM Pradita and TM Aan and TM Akra who mentioned WOD. That's philosophy. Only 3 people. That's
Okay. Thank you very much, Toastmaster ISC. So it's unfortunately only 3 people managed to say the WOD. It's really okay. Sometimes it's I mean because we are focusing so much on our speech and then we kind of forget to use WOD. Thank you for the meticulous notes on especially on the what is it, the filler, the unnecessary words. I think I've met several ones, but I think Toastmaster Ayasi is very kind to let go of my mistakes. Okay, and the next one is for the time report from Toastmaster Aan.
Okay.
Please welcome back Toastmaster Aan.
Thank you very much, Toastmaster Yoga, for the chance. So for the time report, I'm going to share my report for the speakers of the table topic session. Wait a second. Okay. The first speaker, Toastmaster Akara, and the second speaker, visiting Toastmaster Wonkito, spans 2 minutes and 15 seconds. The third speaker, soon to be Toastmaster Ratu Ayu, spans 1 minute and 14 seconds. The fourth speaker, soon to be Toastmaster Sagara, spanned 2 minutes and 8 seconds. The fifth speaker, Toastmaster Yoga, spanned 2 minutes and 29 seconds. And the last but not least, soon to be Toastmaster Cesar, spanned 2 minutes and 30 seconds. So based on these time reports, we can conclude that all of the table topic speakers are eligible to be voted as the best speakers. Thank you, and back to you, Toastmaster Yoga.
Okay, thank you very much, Madam Timer. So it's great to know that everyone is eligible to be voted as a best table topic speaker of the day. And for sure, you may also vote yourself to be the best speaker for today. Don't be don't be shy to vote on yourself. And Should I call the ballot counter as well, Toastmaster Mehdi? Oh yeah,
No, Dede, I'm going to give you a chance to convey your evaluation first to give
okay.
time for
Okay, thank you,
our
Madam.
dear
Yeah,
guest to
thank
vote.
you.
Thank you, Dede.
Thank you, Madam Ballot Counter. So from now on, also you can cast your vote to Toastmaster Mehdi, the ballot counter, through the private message is okay. But also, sorry, I let the ballot counter at the end to report the her job. So I would like to evaluate the meeting in general. The first is the meeting is greatly opened by the Madam immediate Vice President, the sitting Vice President of membership, Toastmaster Dita, who are just leaving for her college class. She instills the enthusiasm and a good vibe to the meeting, and then led the table topic master later on also with great enthusiasm and encouraging spirit to the table topic speakers. And also Toastmaster of the meeting, who happens to be also our Madam Vice President of Education, Toastmaster Aan, as always, also still excited and also cheerful, and then a good having good job in delivery her duty as a as Toastmaster of the meeting. A great job, Toastmaster Aan. And for my team members, the grammarian Toastmaster Raki, thank you very much. You're doing a good job, even though there is just what is it, a glitch, yeah, a small technical problem. So you unfortunately you cannot share your screen, but it's really okay. You still deliver your report very well, and it's also followed by Akantor Toastmaster Ayasi that is also quite meticulous, counting the the long pauses, the repetition, and also the WOD. Thank you, Toastmaster Ayasi. And the last but not least, I really appreciate the enthusiasm and also the bravery or the courage by the table topic speakers, especially for our guest that is brave enough to take the chance and speak really well. As Toastmaster Raki also said, and many others said that you all guys delivered a great speech. And one of a small note of the improvement, perhaps just I think the meeting started at 5:10, if I'm not mistaken. It should be started at 5 p.m., but it's really okay. It's just a small, I don't know, perhaps Sagara that that has been living abroad. You guys Indonesia always tolerate the the for being late, something like that. But I think 10 minutes past 5 or the usual start is, I think it's still tolerable, though it could be improved for the next meetings. I think so. And back to the Toastmaster of the meeting, Toastmaster An. Thank you.
Yay! Thank you very much, Toastmaster Yoga, as the general evaluator of the day. I'd also like to say thank you very much to Toastmaster Ayasi as the counter, Toastmaster Akara as our grammarian today, and I would like to ask to Toastmaster Mehdi. Toastmaster Mehdi, have we already known the winner of today's session, the best table topic speaker?
Yes, we have although not all the people have voted, but I guess the votes were pretty dominant, so we could have the winner.
Okay.
All right. So, ladies and gentlemen, it's me again. I'm back with the result of today's best double topic speaker. I'd like to say thank you first for everyone who has voted. And now, the best double topic speaker is, drumroll please. Thank you to Sasar Ayasi for the support ya. Today's best double topic speaker is Sasar Sagara. Our
former Londoner.
Congratulations, soon to be Toastmaster Sagara. Soon to be Toastmaster
Congratulations.
Sagara, do you have
Thank you
anything to
very
say
much.
to
Yeah.
celebrate your winning today?
Sorry.
Do you have anything to say to your award today, the best table topic speaker?
It's only my first time joining, but everyone's been very, very lovely and very, very kind. So thank you very much. It really actually has been really fun, and I learned a lot as well. So I really appreciate everyone. Thank you. Yeah.
Thank you so much. I hope that this experience will, entice you to come again next week. Hopefully, every week. Hopefully. I
Amin.
think that's all from me. And back to you.
Thank you very much, Toastmaster Mehdi, and and I would like to say congratulations again to soon to be Toastmaster Sagara for winning today's table topic session. So we hope that we can learn a lot from you in the next session, and we can get a lot of insight from you in our next session.
And I from you. Thank you.
So, ladies and gentlemen, that's all our session of the day. We hope that we can learn a lot from today's session, and also we can meet again in our next meeting in next Friday at 5 o'clock. And that's all our session of today. My name is Kurata Ayun as the Toastmaster of the meeting, signing off, and see you again at our next meeting. Yay!
Okay, thank you everyone.
Thank you so much, everyone. So maybe we can. I would like to ask Sundividas Master Sagara. You mentioned previously that you know about our meeting from your friends. So, is your friend one of the Ministry of Finance government officer?
No, not at all. Actually,
Ah,
completely unrelated. But it just so happened during the pandemic, he was looking for a way, like a group as well, like Toastmasters, and he came across yours.
ah, I see. Yeah, thank you so much for the information, and we hope that we can see you again in our next meeting, soon to be Toastmaster Sagara, since our club is still a small club. So we hope that it can be more intimate between among each participant.
Thank you so much, Toastmaster An, Toastmaster Yoga, Toastmaster Akara. Thank you, everyone.
Thank you so much, everyone.
Love to see
Hope
you
to see
again.
you again in the
Thank you,
next
everyone.
meeting.
Thank you so much for taking the wheel for today. I'm away on a business trip.
Okay.
Thank you so much.
Thank you so much, Comedy.
Where do you go, Toastmaster Mehdi?
I went to Cepu.
Outside Java?
Palembang.
Huh?
Cepu.
Oh, you're on an oil and gas director.
Yeah, so it's very remoted. I had no connections there. The road is very kelok-kelok. I don't know how to say it in English. I had a very
how
nauseous
much?
trip.
How far is it from Semarang? It's in Central Java, right?
Yeah, it's already in East Java.
Oh, Eastern.
Actually,
Oh, it's Java.